friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with CZX Stitch, and today is Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you're here spending part of your day or your evening with me. If you're new, thanks for subscribing and checking out my channel, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back again. So we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First and foremost, I want to wish Ronnie a huge congratulations. He had his ceremony yesterday on Friday to become an American citizen. So congratulations to Ronnie. Second, I want to let you know that designers from Ukraine are still asking people to make purchases on their Etsy sites if you can. Katerina in particular is, things are still very difficult in Ukraine. Prices are going up and are up. And so anything that we can do by making a purchase on their Etsy site is very, very helpful for them. I will go ahead and link Katerina's Etsy shop down below so you can take a look at her patterns and purchase a couple. Just be aware that if you spend, I think the cap is $20. If you spend more than $20, make sure that you download them right away, because Etsy has this thing where if you don't download them over $20, they don't give the money to the seller. So just make sure to download them right away, and then you can have them in your stash to stitch. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. So we are now into April. I didn't get fooled at all yesterday, which was really nice for April Fool's Day. I wanted to share my stats from March with you. So I had 4 new starts in March, which is a lot. But it was fun. It was my birthday month. I started a bunch of new things. That was fun. I had 1 finish. That was Carolyn and her cats, which I haven't FFO'd quite yet, but I will soon. And my total stitching time for the month was 94 hours. So I read through all the comments from 2 videos ago and last week. I think something's up with my my YouTube account, where I went through a bunch of comments last night on last week's video, and this morning I knew I had some more to reply to, I think, but I went through it and they didn't show up. So I will keep trying, and I'll reply to the ones that I haven't replied to. Hopefully they'll show back up for me. But thank you. So 2 weeks ago, I showed this chart that I picked up from Acorns. It's called O Tannenbaum by Brenda Gervais, and it looks like this. And I made a comment about the called for is 36 count, and I didn't know what I was going to do because 36 count is just a little too small for me. 32 count is my happy place. Really can't do anything bigger than that. Well, a bunch of you were like, Carolyn, you can stitch it on 18 count, which, duh, I don't know why my brain didn't think of that. And there's a couple other pieces I have too that I'm struggling with 36 count. Of course, 18 count. For some reason, my brain didn't even go there. I don't know why. So thank you all for, 1, reminding me that I could stitch it on 18 count fabric, and 2, for not, for saying so very nicely and not, calling me an idiot for not thinking of that. It's so funny. If somebody else had asked me, hey, what can I do? I would think, oh, you can stitch on 18 count. But when I came to myself, I was just like, I don't know what to do. So thank you to everyone who told me to just stitch it on 18 count. So I will definitely be looking for that when I'm ready to start that piece, which I don't know. I don't have a plan to start it, but thanks for the tip. Candy asked me about my Hearthside frame and if I still use it and if I still like it. And she was also looking for a scroll rod frame that will hold both sides of the Q-snap. So yes, I still have my Hearthside frame. I still love it. I haven't used it recently just because of moving and finding all the parts and all of that. But I mostly use my Q-snaps. The Hearthside frame only holds one side of the Q-snap. I don't know of any frames that will hold both sides because the way the frame and please correct me if I'm wrong, if you all know of a frame that will hold both sides of the Q-snap. Because the lap stand, and she specifically wanted a lap stand, the lap stand has to be wide enough to go, over your lap, the way that her side frame is set up. It has to be wide enough to go over your lap. And so if you're using, say, an 11-inch Q-snap, that's not going to be wide enough to go across somebody's lap. So that's usually why it's only held on one side. The Q-snap is only held on one side of the scroll rod frame. I don't know if anybody knows, please help us. If anybody knows down below of any frames that would hold both sides of the Q-snap, let us know. But I just, logistically, I don't know that would work. But yes, I still do love my Hearthside Craftworks frame. I'll link them down below if you are looking for a frame. They have lap stands and floor stands as well. They are beautifully handmade frames out of a mom and pop shop in Canada. Calgary, I believe. So I've been very, very happy with it, and I will use it for years to come. Candy, I hope that helped. Let me know if you have other questions about the Hearthside frame. Lori gave me directions for basting fabric onto the scroll rod and all sorts of great tips. So Lori, thank you so much. That was so helpful. I really appreciate it. The biggest tip she said was to mark the center of the canvas that you baste onto that are attached to the scroll rod frames, and then mark your center of your fabric, the top center and the bottom center, and then line those up, and it should be good to go. So thank you so much, Lori, for those directions. That really actually helped me a lot. Margot said, hey, you said you got a prints chart, a Heaven and Earth Designs prints chart, but I couldn't find it. I will link it down below, but I will put a picture right here for you to see the prints chart. This chart is called Purple Rain, and it's spelled R-E-I-G-N. I am starting the mini version. I'm just going to do the mini, just the mini. It's still huge. With Candy from the 614 Stitcher. We're going to start it in June, which was Prince's birthday, and we're going to stitch on it together at StitchCon. So I did buy the mini. And just know that the called for floss is Anchor. There's no DMC conversion, and I believe that's just because Anchor has a wider variety of purples, is my guess. But all the called for floss on this is Anchor with no DMC conversion. So just be aware of that if you do decide to download it. And then Susan Ann asked me, well, what do you teach? Which I do get this question from time to time, and I love to answer it. So I teach my day job, my main job, the job that pays the bills. I teach one class each semester. I teach at a college here in Portland. In the fall, I teach an internship course for students who are going into any of the health professions. We have a health studies minor at our school. And so the capstone class for that minor is to have an internship. So I teach that course. And then in the spring semester and the summer, I teach a public health. It's like an introductory level to public health, which is one of the required courses for the minor. And then I have a side job, which is just like evenings and weekends, where I teach at a different university. I teach, I'll be teaching this summer. And, I usually teach one or two other, they're on the quarter system. So just to make things confusing, one of the schools I teach at is on the semester system. The other school I teach at is on the quarter system. So I usually teach maybe 2 out of 3 of the quarters during the year. And there I teach sociology classes. So I teach sociology of the family. I teach marriage and intimacy, those types of courses. And that's all online. That one is, I don't have to go anywhere in person. I just teach online. So that is what I teach. My background is in sociology. Public health is there's a lot of overlap. So it works out very nicely that I can also teach public health with my sociology background. So, Susan Ann, I hope that helped answer your question. All right, let's get into the stitching. I had a couple new starts this week. One of them I'm not going to show you quite yet. One of them is my StitchCon Small new start. I am keeping, I'm doing brief videos after each stitching session that I will then piece together after it is given at StitchCon so that we can watch that. So I did start that. I got a little bit of work done on that start. And then last night I started Educated by Bent Creek. So that is this one. And this is for, isn't that cute? A little cat on a bunch of books. I think this will look so cute in my office at work. This one is for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. This is not a magazine piece, but the theme this month is literature. And I thought, well, he's sitting on a bunch of books, so that counts for literature. I am stitching this. Here, I'll show you where I got to. So this is where I got to last night. This is 3 hours of stitching. So I got down to part of his body. So this is his collar and the bell. I'm going to stitch his little bell on his collar in Krynic, I think. So I haven't done that quite yet, but it's going pretty well. This is on a 16 count. It's just a gold standard by Charles Craft. It has sparkles. I don't know if you can really see that. And this is this is a piece that I abandoned. This was white pumpkins, and I just kind of abandoned it, and I didn't even bother frogging it. I'll have to maybe frog it later once I'm finished with it, but I just wanted to use this piece of fabric. And the colors, I'm not really using, I mean, some of them I had the called for, but a lot of them I didn't. So I'm just using what I had in my stash here at the house. So I am stitching him in Soot by Gast is kind of what the main body is in. So yeah, so that's Educated by Bent Creek for the Magazine Monthly Challenge April theme, which is literature. So those are my 2 new starts. Now, let's look. I also stitched on Autumn at Hawk-Run Hollow number 3. Oh, let's take a look here. This is what it will look like when it's all done. This is block 3 right here with our floating trees. And I did get the block done, so I'm thrilled about that. This is stitched on a 32 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. This block was the longest block of any Hawk-Run Hollow that I've done. Look how, there's just so much. I don't think I had a lot of frogging or anything. It just took a really long time because there's a lot of stitching, but it is all done now. If you're in our Facebook group, Friends of Hawk-Run Hollow, you already saw this finished. This block took me 47 hours to complete. 47 hours for one block. I don't know if I was stitching really slowly or what. I don't think I had to frog a whole lot on this one. It just went kind of slow. But this is done. And so next block that I'll start this month and hopefully finish, I don't know, is block number 4. So I'm thrilled that I got block 3 done in March. And then the other piece that I worked on was my Whip Go piece, my second Whip Go piece for March, which was Hoity Toity by Long Dog Samplers. This is what it will look like. And I am using the Jan Hicks conversion for this piece. So you can check out her conversions on her website, madforyarn.com. I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana, and I love this fabric. And this is what it looks like right now. So it's all the way across. It's as far across as it will be. So see, it's just a really small piece, right? I worked on this month, or in March, I turned this corner, so I did these florals up here, this square. I finished up this motif here. This part here was already done, but I did finish up this piece. I did this little bird. I did this fox and this tree and then the grass underneath. And you can see it's a mirror image on the other side of the other side. So I feel like I got a lot done in just 12 hours on this. So I'm super thrilled, super happy. And the next time I pull it out, the next time it's called for whip go, I'm going to continue pulling this side border down, and then we'll kind of move down to the next piece. It will probably be a mirror image of this one as well. And then there's a big house in the middle of it there. So we're getting there. I'm definitely working on page 3 across, but we at least have 2 corners done out of the 4. So that was really fun to work on as well. That's what I worked on this week. Yeah, I feel like it was a pretty good stitchy week. It was fun to have another new starts because I need new starts, right? I have nothing to work on. I do have a little bit of haul and stitchy kindness to share with you. So first up, and I didn't mention this last week just because I wanted to check and make sure they were okay with me mentioning their names. But I got this really sweet card from the Sunshine Stitchers and Ronnie, Sheila, Gary, and EJ. Really pretty card. And they gave me this is a birthday card. And they gave me a really cute, let's see if I can show you the chart. It's a little chart that says, thought you could get some lifting up. So it's cracked me up. So thank you for that. And they also gave me a gift card to Acorns and Threads. That was, I think I did mention that, but I didn't mention who it was from. It was from the Sunshine Stitchers. They also very generously got me a 2-year subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So I am so excited to look for that and to get the digital library. I guess I have to go on. I haven't accessed it yet. But I'm looking forward to that. I've never had the subscription to that magazine before, so that will be really fun. And hopefully I can do flip throughs as well for you. And then they sent me, oh my gosh, this is a Silks for You mystery color, but look at that blue. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I believe this is the blue that Sheila was freaking out about on Sunshine Stitchers, and I completely see why. It is gorgeous. I've never had Silks for You threads before, so this will be so much fun. So thank you so much to Gary, Ronnie, Sheila, and EJ for your extremely generous birthday gifts. I forgot to show this last week, but I had it. This is a really cute... Linda sent me a really cute birthday card. Thank you so much, Linda. The reason why I didn't show it is I just set it up. I have a buffet where I put all my birthday cards, and I opened it and read it and set it up with the rest of my birthday cards. So I forgot to bring it over to show, but I did receive it. So thank you so much, Linda. That was so sweet of you. I got my 3rd installment of the 12 Days of Christmas Stocking Ornament Club from Crazy Annie. So this is a monthly club. So we got number 3. This came in, and it comes with the fabric. So I got that. I got my fine floss from Fat Quarter Shop. This is MPIs, so I am collecting the MPI silks. This is the March 2022 club, and this is the greens, leaf greens. So pretty. Sorry about the glare. I'm using a lamp. This is actually kind of for haul too. I got this lamp. It's the Ben Q Genie lamp, and they sent it to me for review, and I'm uploading a separate video. So if you are looking for a good stitching lamp, I highly recommend this. It's fantastic. I've been so happy with it. And so you can check out my review, see if it's something that will work for you. So that should be posted up today as well, maybe even before this video. I also got my fabric from I'm in the Rogue Stitching Fabric of the Month Club. I get the 32 count Lugana. This is the March fabric from Atomic Ranch Fabrics. It is called Steel. Look at that. So good. This is very true to color. So good. I love it. Love it. Love it. So I got that. And then I want to give away Tina of Tina Stitches. If you don't follow her, I will link her down below. You should follow her. I won a chart of hers, but first she sent me this really darling card, which I love. It's so sweet. And I won. She recently finished Crystal Christmas by Nora Corbett. This is what it will look like. And it's gorgeous. You should really check out her channel if you're not already subscribed, because she does gorgeous work. And so she finished this, so she was giving away the pattern, and I won it, which I'm thrilled about. I love this. And then she also sent along some of the extra cards of Whisper. So there's 3 cards of Whisper. And 3 cards, this is Arctic Rays Wispy Fringe. So 3 cards of that as well for the project. So thank you so much, Tina. That was so lovely of you to give that away. So thank you. I'm so excited about that. So that's my haul for this week. Plans coming up. I'm going to be working on this month. Well, so I think my last video, the WIPCO numbers hadn't been drawn yet. So the WIPCO numbers for April are number 7 and number 10. So 7 for me is Death by Cross Stitch. So that will come out. And number 10 is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. So we will see that one come out as well. So that will be later in the month. That won't be this week. But this week, I'm going to work on both of my Hades, Cat Alphabet and Cardinal Cottage. I'm going to work on both of those. I try to pull them out one day a month and just give them a little bit of love. I think next year, yes, I'm kind of already thinking about next year, which I know is kind of insanity. But I'd like to give them more time to progress them more quickly. Somebody asked in one of the comments, what is HADE? How do you spell it? What does it mean? And I'm so sorry I used the acronym. HADE is HAED. It stands for Heaven and Earth Designs, which is a designer who does a lot of full coverage cross stitch. So I will try to remember to link them down below as well, so you can check them out if you're into full coverage. So Cat Alphabet and Cardinal Cottage will come out next week. Autumn Quakers, I am trying to finish that. And I will finish it this year anyway. So I try to give it 12 hours each month to move it closer to a finish. So I'll be working on that this week. And then I'm going to work one more night tonight, I think, on Educatted. And we'll get some progress on that. It's a small piece. It's 35 by 70. So it shouldn't take too long to finish. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, of course, but we'll make some good progress on that piece. So that is what is coming up. I'm going to edit this and upload it, and edit and upload my lamp review. You can't see, it's just out of picture, but here it is. Look, it smiles at you. And so I'm going to do that, and then I think I'm going to iron and prepare maybe Harbor Haven and take it to the framers today. So we'll see what I am able to get done today. But anyway, that's my plans for today, is to take some framing in. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays, so I really feel like I want to do it today. So we will see what comes of that. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And I hope you have a wonderful stitchy week, and I will see you next week. Bye.